started back in 2016. I was doing my internship at UKZN and I was doing my master's at the same time. I saw that this thing of waking up every morning, doing the same thing over and over again, even if it doesn't work, it was quite depressing for me. And that's where I didn't want to come across as a person who disrespects the boss and I do my own thing, but at the same time, I didn't want to suppress my own ideas. So I then decided that actually entrepreneurship works for me. I grew up in a rural area and we used to use the green bar soap for everything. So my grandmother will buy the long green bar soaps and then she will cut it into pieces and then she'll be like, this one is for washing dishes, this one is for washing clothes, this one is for bathing, this one is for cleaning the floor. So I wanted to give them like a solution to this problem because I actually went into the community and asked them why are they doing things this way, and then they told me that they cannot afford to have a specific product for washing dishes and a specific product for cleaning the floor, and then I provided a solution through my business. In the factory, we're currently manufacturing detergents and we've got 25 products in total, and we currently have a factory that can manufacture 10,000 liters of detergent per day. The message that I have for aspiring entrepreneurs is that you have to start with what you have, whether it's money or any kind of resources. There are many students who have not started their business because they didn't have funding. And I believe that for you to actually start a business, you can just start with just selling a solution. Don't kill your dreams because you are waiting for funding. And it's nice to dream very big, but you can't go to like UKZN Incubate and ask them for 1 million to start a farm when you yourself have not used your money to start a garden at home. So you need to be able to show that I do have a garden, I need to expand, and then you give somebody a reason to invest in your company. So if you are not willing to risk your own money into your business, no matter how small it is, how do you expect somebody else to believe in your dream if you are showing that you do not believe in your dream?
Amanda's story is an excellent case study for both academics, students, and practitioners. What makes it to be remarkable is that she's a graduate of chemistry and her business produces detergents. She has demonstrated that students could actually use what they have studied to start businesses. You do not study to go and get a job. However, what you do is with what you have studied, you can actually start business and create a job for yourself.
DCAM is one of the first businesses that the University of KwaZulu-Natal supported in 2018, just shortly after it launched its entrepreneurship skills program called Inspire at the university. So it's extremely heartening to see the progress that the business has made over the last couple of years, especially with the recent launch of its factory in Pietermaritzburg. It goes to show the contribution that student businesses can have to the economy and the unemployment crisis. So it's extremely important that universities are vested in student entrepreneurship.
My name is Atinga Hambi-Ramabrana. I'm the director at Atinga's Corner.
Hi, my name is Tidima Baso, the cooker of Atinga's Corner. Umpegiwala, the Atinga's Corner.
Yeah, we are a catering company that provides fresh home-cooked meals primarily for students in institutions of higher learning. We also serve the non-student population within and around Durban. We also on Uber Eats, and we also do catering for meetings and events. So Athina's Corner really just started and grew from my passion for food and serving good food. In first year back in 2018, when I was a first year medical student living in Mbilo, I used to cook food for my restmates. They really enjoyed my food. I mean, everybody was happy when they're eating. And that's when I really noticed a gap that was there for fresh home cooked meals in the student population, and that's literally how Athina's Corner started.
Advisor ukuthi ama-student azothenga ukudla because kuphekwe it's like i-home meal. Umama la epheka khona ekhaya kungekho lokudla kwe-fast food ukuthi uyahamba uyothatha ama-takeaway uzokudla. Lokhu kuphekwe ekhaya ukudla esikujwayele, ukudla kwesintu, khona isitambo, kukhona isigwaqani, ojeqe, inyama ngaphakathi, ufu. Yonke inhlobo ephekwa ekhaya iyona oyithola la e-Athina's.
We provide wholesome, healthy food that are also affordable for students, because students really don't have time to cook. Students sometimes don't know how to cook. Being a medical student also now, on top of being an entrepreneur, it's a whole different ballgame. It's tough. But I think what makes it a bit bearable is asking for help when I need help. I'm currently the manager, the marketing person, finance, admin, all of that, and a fourth year medical student. We have an online ordering system where you can just drop us a text on WhatsApp or give us a call, and we deliver for free within a 5-kilometer radius. You are definitely guaranteed freshness. Our meals are cooked on the day. My advice to students who want to pursue entrepreneurship is just wherever you are with whatever you have, just start. When I started the first 3 years, I was financing the company with my NSFAS allowance, whatever remained after I covered my basic needs. But there's something about just starting wherever you are with whatever you have that attracts resources to you.
Began here at home because my parents telling us that we have to not move away from farming. When I go to primary, I continue because they used to give us a duty early in the morning to irrigate our seedlings, and it's continue in high school. So when I go to varsity, I didn't stop because I take agriculture. So it all began here at home. I went to varsity and I know the organization UKZN Graduation. I presented my idea and they give me the opportunity to start my business. So basically, UKZN Graduation helped me with the startup funding. For me, this type of business, it is a producing business, because when you don't get customers at green stage or at a fresh produce stage, you can wait them dry, and then it can give you a long shelf life where you don't have to be stressed about losing harvest. And the kilo, it costs more, it gives you more profit. For expanding the business, I would like to add some nursery where I'm selling seedlings to community. As we are here in rural area, neighborhood, they do have spaces, or as the Department of Agriculture encourage them to have one home, one garden. So I'm planning to give them the opportunity to buy seedlings, not to travel long distance to buy them. I saw the opportunity in 2020 by December to open up an internet cafe in my rural area. So that business opportunity is also connected to what I'm doing as an agriculture, as it will serve me as an office where I don't have to spend money on printing documents like for advertising or on doing logo, on branding. As this business of agriculture, you have to wait a little time for a harvest. So Internet Cafe, it closed that gap for me to do another things for my community and to know my target customers as I'm serving the area where my business is. I see my business in the next 5 years to be in more formality, to be able to file my what's happening in the farm, to serve more customers, to become a real farmer.
So basically what we do is we help companies who wish to comply with big retail companies. Basically it's our savings that we use to establish the business. So that is why we put our hearts and soul in the business, because it's everything to us. It's really important. It's close to our hearts. So what we'll do is we'll come to the facility and we'll take hand swabs, surface swabs, air plates and water samples. And then we take them to the lab for testing. The lab would then give us a COA, which we present to the client that they can take to the retail stores to show them if their companies comply with their regulations. And we also help them with corrective action. For hand swabs, we mostly look for E. coli. We also test for Staphylococcus aureus because that is the bacteria that will be found on the skin, especially if you have some wounds or some cuts. And E. coli, the bacteria that is found in feces, so we need to make sure that people are washing their hands properly after using the bathroom. And when it comes to surfaces, we usually check for total plate count and yeast and mold, because those are the common contaminants in any environment. And then for food samples, it depends. If it's raw meat, we'll mostly look at E. coli, we'll look at salmonella, we'll look at listeria and campylobacter, all the pathogens. It is very important while you're taking the samples to take the samples as aseptic as possible to avoid any contamination. And samples need to be stored correctly at the right temperature. The temperature needs to be below 10 degrees while you're transporting them to the lab. Education did play a big role because we are working in a very professional space with food safety testing. So you definitely need to know your microbiology, you need to know all the aseptic techniques. Well, being the only Black female-owned food testing company in South Africa is great because it's usually big companies who do this. So being able to do this in our own capacity, it's also an inspiration to other people who would dream of having a food safety testing company and think it's impossible, but it's actually possible. So my message to other students who wish to be entrepreneurs is, if you have an idea, do research about it, know who your target market is, and then write everything down. And sort of have a to-do list and stick to that to-do list. And someone once said that the enemy of good is best. Sometimes we so busy trying to make everything perfect and you never get to get things done. But just start where you are with whatever you have.
Sanibonani. Ninjani. Siyanamukela emcimbini wokuthweswa kweziqu leCollege lezelimo ezobunjiniyela nezesayensi eNyuvesi yaKwaZulu-Natal. Igama lami ngingutholani wakangema ongumhleli wemicimbi eminyangweni wezobudlelwano. Nginikezwe umsebenzi othi nginazise ngenqubo ephathelene nalo mcimbi. Siyacela ukuba nisukume nonke nime ngesikhathi kungena inhlabaluhidi yezifundiswa. Niphinde futhi nime ngenkathi seyiphuma. Abagunyaziwe futhi abaqinisekisiwe ngokusemthethweni kuphela abanemvume yokuthebula izithombe ngaphandle nangaphakathi kanye nokuqopha amavidiyo omcimbi. Sicela niqaphele ukuba umnyango wezokuthwebula nokukhiqiza uqoshiwe uyaligodla ilungelo lokusabalalisa nokusebenzisa zonke izithombe namavidiyo athathwe ngesikhathi somcimbi ezinkundleni zethu zokushicelela ezikagesi kanye nezokuxhumana. Akekho ovumeleke ukuthi aphume ehholo kuze kuphele umcimbi futhi sekuphume nenhlabaluhidi yezifundiswa. Kuthathwa njengokungahloniphi nokungathobeli inqubo yomcimbi ukuphuma ungakapheli wonke. Ekupheleni kwalo mcimbi sizocela niphume ngalendlela. Kuzoqala inhlabaluhidi yezifundiswa, kulandele izifundiswa izothweswa iziqu, kugcine abazali nezivakashi. Uma kunengozi nesidingo sokuba kuphunywe ngokusheshsha, kuneminyango emine yokuphuma. Kuneyodwa ngakwesokunxele sami, eyodwa ngakwesokudla, isicabha esikhulu esengene ngaso nesinye singemuva kwami. Niyamenywa ukuba nihlanganyele nathi ukucula iculo lesizwe ekupheleni komcimbi. Ngesikhathi kuculwa iculo lesizwe, abesilisa ucela bakhumule izigqoko. Sicela ukuba nicime omakhalekhukhwini. Ukuze kuqinisekiswe ukuphepha kwenu, abamenywa bayacelwa ukuba ngaso sonke isikhathi balandele imigomo yokugcinwa kwebanga phakathi kwabantu futhi bengazikhumuli izimfonyo ngesikhathi somcimbi. Bazali kanye nabamenyiwe, umcimbi wokwethweswa kweziqu unenhlonipho nesizotha empilweni yomfundi. Sicela ningezi esiteji nabathweswa iziqu futhi ningahambi la kumata ubomvu nibavimbe ngoba lokho kubambezela uhlelo futhi kudidanisa nolayini okulanda isitifiketi. Ngaphandle kwehholo kunetende lomcimbi lapho uzothola khona abathwebuli bomcimbi abasemthethweni. Abakwamazidla ekhaya photo studio bangabathwebuli bezithombe zomcimbi abasemthethweni abazothwebula izithombe zase-stage futhi basetendeni lomcimbi lapho bezothwebula khona isithombe sakho uwedwa nesithombe nomndeni wakho. Etendeni lomcimbi uzothola ne-UKZN Information Desk lapho ngabuza khona ngamavidiyo emicimbi emidala kanye nezithombe futhi lapho ngashiya khona okuthole kulahlekile. Sicela niqaphele ukuthi ngesikhathi somcimbi itende lezithombe livaliwe. Ngeke uvunyelwe ukungena etendeni kuze kuphele umcimbi wokwethweswa kweziqu. Sicela nikugweme ukusebenzisa abathwebuli abangagunyaziwe ngokusemthethweni. Sicela nazi nokuthi ividiyo yomcimbi yanamuhla izotholakala mahhala ku-internet ezinsukwini ezintathu emva kokwethweswa kwakho iziqu. Imininingwane ngelink izosatshalaliswa kuzona zonke izinkundla zokuxhumana zase-UKZN nasohlelweni lwezaziso lase-UKZN. Bafundi abazothweswa iziqu, niyacelwa ukuthi nihlale esihlalweni esinenombolo yakho ebekelwe wena okwenza uhlelo luhambe ngendlela efanele. Sicela ningashintshisani ngezindawo. Unikezwe uqwembe olunegama lakho, iziqu ozothweswa zona nenombolo yesihlalo sakho. Lolu qwembe lubufakazi ozobethula uma usulanda isitifiketi sakho. Sicela ukuba ulisayine ngemumva. Uhlelo lwase-stage, sicela ulalelisise. Uzongena e-stage ngakwesokudla sami, woza noqwembe nesivatho, ushiye isigqoko ngemumva. Uzonyuka umeduze kwe-podium. Unikezwe omemezela uqwembe, igama lakho lizomenyezelwa, ubuyisele uqwembe lwakho. Uma ngabe uthweswa iziqu, uzoqhubeka uye kushansela ozokwetheswa. Uzofike uguqe ngedolo lakho langa kwesobunxele, uthobise ikhanda kancane, yena uzobe sekuthinta kancane ekhanda. Sicela uqaphele ukuthi awusithi ubuso umamatheke. Ubuke umthwebulo la ngemuva kwe-stage ngoba uzobe ethatha isithombe. Uma ngabe wethwesa idiploma, umphathi wecollege lakho uzobe elindile eduze kwe-podium. Asiqhawuli kulonyaka. Uzovuma ngekhanda, ubuke umthwebulo la, umamatheke ngoba kuzobe kuthathwa sinye isithombe. Uzobe usuqhubekela kozokwethweswa iziqu langa kwesokunxele sami, nikeze umucu ujike ubheke ibandla ngesikhathi ubheke ibandla ungasikhumula umzuzwana isifonyo ubuke umthwebuli ola ozokuphakamisela isandla umamatheke ngoba kuzobe kuthatha esinye isithombe qhubeka uyophuma ezantsi banikeze uqwembe lwakho ukuze bakunikeze isitifiketi sakho okulandelayo uzothola uqwembe lwakwamazidla ekhaya photo studio olunenombolo yezithombe zakho zasestage sicela uligcine kahle noma ulithwebule ngomakhalekhukhwini uzoyidinga leyo nombolo ukuthi ukwazi ukuthola izithombe zasestage uma sewubuyela esihlalweni sakho usungasigqoka isigqoko sakho ngoba usebenzele.
Good morning, everybody. Parents, graduates, distinguished guests. A warm welcome to UKZN's graduation ceremony for the College of Agriculture, Engineering and Science, and in particular for the School of Mathematics, Statistics and Computer Science. My name is Sally Frost and I'm the Public Relations Manager in the college. I have the pleasant task to inform you of the housekeeping rules pertaining to this graduation ceremony. The congregation is invited to stand and remain standing whilst the procession enters and leaves the hall. Only officially authorized and accredited persons may take pictures inside and outside of the venue and record the ceremony. Please note that our photography and production department reserve the right to use all images and videos taken during the graduation ceremonies in our print, electronic, and social media platforms. No person may leave the hall until the conclusion of the ceremony. It is considered disrespectful and a breach of protocol to leave before the entire ceremony is over. At the conclusion of the ceremony, please note that the procession will exit the hall first, followed by the graduates, and then the guests. If there's an emergency or evacuation, there are 4 exit points that you can use. There's one on my left at the front, there's one on my right, there's the main entrance at the back of the hall, and there's the entrance that the graduates have been coming in on the other side at the back of the hall. You're invited to join in the singing of the national anthem. During the singing of the anthem, men are requested please to remove their headgear. Kindly ensure that all cell phones are switched off or put onto silent until the conclusion of the ceremony. And to ensure your safety, guests are requested to adhere to social distancing regulations at all times and remain masked for the duration of the ceremony. Guests and parents, graduation is a solemn and a dignified occasion in the life of a student. Kindly refrain from joining the graduates on stage as it slows down the academic process. Please also do not walk in the aisle when they collect their certificates, as this will disrupt the ceremony. Outside the hall, there is a graduation marquee where you will find official graduation photographers, Mazidle Kaya Photo Studio. They will take your official stage pictures and are also in the marquee for family or single portraits. In the marquee is also the UKZN information desk, where you can inquire about previous graduation DVDs or photos, and there's also a lost and found desk in the marquee. Please note that once the ceremony starts, the marquee is strictly closed and no photography will be allowed outside. Please also refrain from using non-official photographers. Today's graduation video will be available for free to download 3 days after today's ceremony. The links will be shared on all UKZN social media platforms and on the UKZN notice system once the video is ready. Graduates, in terms of the stage process, please listen carefully. You have each been given a seat card which has your name, degree, and seat number on it. Kindly note that you need to be seated in the seat allocated to you, as it has a seat number specifically for you, which then ensures that you are streamlined through the process effectively. Please do not swap seats. Please note that your seat card serves as a receipt for your degree certificate, so keep it with you at all times. In terms of the stage process, please pay attention. The following will happen. You will enter the stage from my right up the ramp. Take your name card and your hood with you and leave your mortarboard behind on your chair. You walk up the ramp. You stand next to the podium on my right-hand side on the yellow footprints. You hand over your card to the speaker. The speaker will read your name out, then they will give you your card back. You will then proceed to the Chancellor, who will cap you. The Chancellor sits in this chair in the middle. During the capping process, you will face the Chancellor and you will kneel before him. Please kneel with your left knee, bow slightly, and the Chancellor will tap you lightly on your head. You may take your mask off for your capping. Behind the Chancellor is the official photographer, so please make sure you look at him so that he can get a nice official picture of you. Once you have been capped, you will proceed behind me to the hooding master, who will be standing here on my left. You stand in front of the hooding master on the yellow footprints, facing the audience and looking at the bank of cameras in the middle of the guests. Whilst you're hooded, please smile at the cameras. They'll be waving at you to attract your attention. This is your last time for an official photo, so make the most of it. Then you may put your mask back on and you proceed off the stage down the ramp on my left. You walk around the audience to the officials who are along the side of the aisle. You give them your name card and they will give you your official degree certificate. You will also get a ticket from Mazidlekaya Photographers, which has a number for your stage picture. Keep this card or take a photo of it so that you can order online in due course. You then walk around the back of the hall, back to your seat, and you can put on your headgear as you have now officially earned your degree, which you have earned. Good luck for the ceremony. We will be starting shortly. Will the congregation please stand?
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I constitute this congregation of the University of KwaZulu-Natal. Please be seated.
Acting Chancellor, honorary guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2022 graduation ceremony, where we celebrate graduates from the School of Mathematics, Statistics and Computer Science. We meet here today following a 2-year hiatus in our person graduation ceremonies, as over the past 2 years, we were forced to hold our graduation ceremonies virtually. This meant that we were deprived of an opportunity to witness graduates triumphantly walking across the stage and being conferred with degrees they had worked so hard for. We also could not see the proud faces of parents, guardians, and relatives. We could not marvel at the spontaneous celebrations, and we were denied all the pomp and pageantry that has come to characterize our unique and popular graduation ceremonies. We are cognizant that not having in-person graduations would have no doubt dampened the spirits of those who graduated during these years, but we are certain that they too understood the sacrifices that had to be made as we were confronted with a deadly COVID-19 pandemic. It is through these sacrifices and our collective efforts as citizens of the country that today we can enjoy all the benefits that come with the relaxation of COVID-19 regulations. Therefore, we also owe our gratitude for being able to hold this in-person ceremony to the graduates from the previous 2 years. All our graduation ceremonies are special to us, and this one is even more special because we realize the hardships that the graduates here today had to endure. Forced by the prevailing circumstances, many of these graduates had to migrate and adapt quickly to online learning. Many of them lost loved ones to COVID-19 and had to contend with the trauma while pursuing their studies. The caliber of the results attained by this class may make it seem like it was an easy path, but the contrary is true. To support this point, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to recap some of the statistics about this graduation. During the May 2022 graduation ceremonies, we are conferring a total of 8,795 degrees, of which 6,094 are undergraduate and 2,701 are postgraduate qualifications, including 495 masters and 213 doctoral qualifications. In the College of Agriculture, Engineering and Science, we are particularly proud of the 1,419 graduates, 455 of whom will be graduating with a postgraduate degree, including 76 PhDs. We are incredibly proud that in total we have 121 summa cum laude and 410 cum laude graduates. These are students who have completed their studies with distinction. In the College of Agriculture, Engineering and Science, 189 graduates achieved a cum laude or summa cum laude pass. We are also pleased that the percentage of women graduates remains high at 63.38%. The high percentage of women reflects our endeavor to be an agent of change at the forefront of efforts to achieve gender equality. It is not surprising then that we continue to be acknowledged as being one of the most transformed universities in the country. The university is further also proud of the achievements of 84 graduates with disabilities. This too speaks to our continued commitment to redressing societal imbalances. We will continue providing support and making our spaces more user-friendly to students with disabilities. As a college, we are particularly proud of zoologist Nancy Barker, who will be capped with a PhD, let me rather say who was capped with a PhD in biology. Nancy is a true trailblazer, as she is the first deaf student to be awarded a PhD at the University of KwaZulu-Natal. The achievements of some of our other graduates within the College of Agriculture, Engineering and Science are also remarkable. I mention just a few. Mr. Shimon Korkas will graduate with a Bachelor of Science Honours degree today in mathematics, summa cum laude. He achieved a weighted average of, wait for it, 98.75%. That's almost 100%. Despite being a widow, mother of 4 young children, and the sole breadwinner of her family, Nigerian graduate Ganiyat Salamawu has earned a PhD in mechanical engineering in record time. Cum laude Masters in Agrometeorology graduate Ms. Kyra Brewer has operated at the cutting edge of innovation using drone technology to monitor crop status and improve water productivity. BSc Augmented student Mr. Sipiwe Mafalala will graduate with 10 certificates of merit, 1 Dean's Commendation, and not 2, but 3 majors in pure mathematics, applied mathematics, and computer science. That will also be awarded today. This achievement is despite him coming from a disadvantaged rural school with few facilities and little internet connectivity. Mr. Demian Mukanzi has earned his master's degree in agricultural engineering cum laude. This on top of being fully involved in UKZN student leadership as the college representative on the Pietermaritzburg campus, both in 2020 and 2021. So to you, the graduates, as you walk out of this hall, remember that you are not walking out with just a piece of paper. Your degrees are valuable, and more so because they come from this world-renowned institution. Recent rankings have placed UKZN amongst the top universities in the world and in the country. In December last year, the university ranking by academic performance, URAP, placed UKZN at number 3 nationally and at number 358 out of the 3,000 higher education institutions globally, so around the world. More recently, on the 25th of April 2022, just recently, the Center for World University Rankings published rankings that placed UKZN in the top 2.5% out of 19,788 universities worldwide. The School of Maths, Stats and Computer Science richly contributes to this success, with recent news shared that this school has 3 academics placed amongst the top 10 researchers at UKZN for 2020 in positions 1, 2, and 9. I'm sure that most of you, however, will be more interested in knowing that in the same international rankings, UKZN was placed at position 361 in the employability rankings. At UKZN, not only do we strive to ensure that we are the university of choice for both staff and students, but we put hard work into enhancing employability of our graduates. We do this by pursuing, securing, and strengthening strategic partnerships and linkages with industry. Despite the constrained global economic environment, these efforts continue to bear fruit. I'm pleased to inform you that in 2020, the percentage of UKZN graduates who obtained employment before or by the time they graduated was 41.3%. To the graduates today, you join our impressive long list of alumni. We look forward to your continued association with this university, which is now your alma mater. Remember to continue flying the flag high as ambassadors of this great institution. Today is also about honoring parents, guardians, and relatives for the boundless sacrifices you made and the support that you have given our students throughout their academic journey. You might not be able to walk across the stage with them, but rest assured that they carry you in their hearts as they walk across the stage. In conclusion, I wish to take this opportunity to pay our respect to all those who were affected by the recent floods. Our prayers are with bereaved families, all those who lost their belongings, and those who were displaced during the disaster. In our continued pursuit to inspire greatness, we urge all members of the university community, including our new graduates, to contribute to relief efforts. As a college, we would also like to make special mention of the tragic loss of 2 of our shining graduates, Lucky Marufu and Lenololo Lakesi, who both tragically passed away before they could graduate. Mr. Marufu's PhD is in biochemistry, and Mr. Lakesi's cum laude MSc is in physics. These degrees will be conferred posthumously. I thank you.
I am Spelele Matondo, the Secretary General of the SRC. UKZN Chancellor, Dr. Raul Khoza, Chair of the UKZN Council, Dr. Latisha Motia, members of the UKZN Council, members of Senate, Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Nana Poku, members of the Executive Management, members of the Convocation Executive, led by President Dr. Qiniso Mlitha, members of the Student Representative Council, led by President Malusi Zuma, parents, distinguished guests. Ladies and gentlemen, I reserve this special greeting for the graduates whom we are celebrating here today. Those who came before COVID will tell you that we sit in this venue for our exams and but today we are all here to rejoice and we are all proud of you. This is indeed a special occasion not only for the graduates but for all of us in this hall. This is a moment that many of us here will remember and cherish for eternity. When we first walk into university gates, or when we first log on to register for our various programs, we do so already looking forward to graduation day. The thought of being conferred a degree and making our loved one proud keeps many of us going through all the hardship that come with academic lives. We are glad that this day has come for you. It is through your hard work, determination and perseverance that we are gathered here. Now that this day has come, you can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that we have finally something to show for many sleepless nights spent studying, for long hours spent scoring for information in libraries and computer labs. Today you can look back and proudly say it was indeed worth it. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors, especially those who will be going out to seek employment. We are confident that you will use the knowledge and skills you have acquired to contribute to the growth and development of our nation. Dear parents, guardians, relatives, friends, and our love partners, today you have every right to be proud and to celebrate. Today, your children and your loved ones have proven that sacrifices you have made to support them were indeed worth it. Towards my closing remarks, graduates, as you are here today, I want you to ask yourself this question: how did I get here? Reflect back in your journey and remember from the first person who helped you fill an application form and be helpful just like that person to the upcoming generation. Let us be the new generation of alumni who look back and give a hand. Let us be the alumni that will come back to our beloved university and help those who are needy behind us. Let us help students with university processes and even with registration fee where possible. In this university, we have fundraising programs like SRC Trust Fund bursaries and I Met a Doctor fundraising campaign which seeks to help students with registration fee. Let's give a hand to such initiatives. For the outside world to recognize us, it must start with us. Let us go out there and be proud of ourselves. Let us be proud of who we are and where we are coming from. Let us be proud of our beloved institution and let us contribute to its greater cause so that we'll continue to climb the ranks amongst the best up until we are on top forever, like Mamelodi Sundowns in the PSL log table. Let us continue to work hard up until the only institution that can compete with us is none other than us. Let us change the background of where we are coming from for a greater cause. Let us go back to our dusty rural areas and make a change. Let us go back to the townships and change a topic in the streets and preach the significance of education against all odds. Let us go back to our communities and be the change we want to see. Lastly, as we are about to embark on our journey, if ever you feel like things are not going your way, know that it's just a bad day, not a bad life, and always remember, uThixo ukhona. I wish success to all of you. Thank you.
Olufisayo Sunday Okundayo's thesis was on facial expression recognition and intensity estimation. His supervisor was Professor S. Veriri. Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Olufisayo Sunday Okundayo. Shivara Hansraj's thesis was on semi-tetrad decompositions of the Kerr spacetimes with conformal symmetry. The supervisors were Professor S.D. Maharaj and Professor R. Goswami. Acting Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Shivara Hansraj.
I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Congratulations.
Lionel Establet-Kemder's thesis was on statistical modeling of university throughput and dropout, a South African case study. His supervisor was Professor M. Murray. Acting Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Lionel Establet-Kemder.
I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Well done.
Mangwiro Mogadora's thesis was on numerical studies of nanofluid boundary layer flows using spectral methods. His supervisors were Professor Precious Sabanda and Professor S.S. Motza. Acting Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Mangwiro Mogadora.
I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Congratulations.
Roger Mbonga Mayela's thesis was on roles of the Weyl tensor and space-time shear in relativistic fluids. His supervisors were Professor Sunil Maharaj and Professor Ritu Goswami. Acting Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Roger Mbonga Mayela.
Hello. I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Congratulations.
Daniel Jade Roberts' thesis was on comorbidity of childhood anemia and malaria with district-level spatial effects. The supervisor was Professor T.T. Ziviter. Acting Chancellor, I have the pleasure to present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Daniel Jade Roberts.
I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Congratulations.
Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Science, Mohammed Zahir Eyob, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science, cum laude.
Vernon Vickers Koch, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science, cum laude.
Catherine Thato Kolani, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science, cum laude.
Shivani Naika, summa cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science, summa cum laude.
Nkhululeko Ngobo.
Master of Science, congratulations.
Gugulethu Manasi Nogwabela, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science, cum laude.
Denisa Shanice Pillay, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science, cum laude.
Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree Bachelor of Science Honours, Jason Bota, summa cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours, summa cum laude.
Kiosha Chane, summa cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science Honours, Bachelor of Science Honours, summa cum laude.
Andrea Chetty, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours, cum laude.
Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree Bachelor of Science Honours, Simon Shea Caucus, with an average of 99%, summa cum laude.
I present upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours, summa cum laude.
Advir Domenla.
Bachelor of Science Honors. Well done.
Bongunkosi Dube.
Bachelor of Science Honors. Well done.
Sanasha Garib, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honors, cum laude.
Shivad Gopal, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honors, cum laude.
Darshan Govender.
Bachelor of Science Honors. Well done.
Nkonzenhle Gumede.
Bachelor of Science Honors. Well done.
Lungisani Kanile.
Bachelor of Science Honors. Sebenzile.
Rikesh Kailas.
Bachelor of Science Honors. Well done.
Kolani Lombo.
Bachelor of Science Honors. Well done.
Sipesishle Mabaso.
Bachelor of Science Honors. Sebenzile.
Shlakamnipo Machi.
Bachelor of Science Honors. Congratulations.
Sindisiwe Masango.
Bachelor of Science Honors. Well done.
Nosubisiso Mabacha.
Bachelor of Science Honors. Well done.
Fundiswa Mdluli, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honors, cum laude.
Pelele Mendu.
Bachelor of Science Honors, congratulations.
Azhar Mohammed.
Bachelor of Science Honors, well done.
Spongiseni Mtetwa.
Bachelor of Science Honors, well done.
Spasiso Mtetwa.
Bachelor of Science Honors, well done.
Javed Mustafa.
Bachelor of Science Honors, well done.
Ryan Naidu.
Bachelor of Science Honors, well done.
Shailen Naidu, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Honors, Bachelor of Science Honors, cum laude.
Yashlan Naidu, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours, cum laude.
Pelelani Ndlovu.
Bachelor of Science Honours, congratulations.
Nkosi Ngimele Ngobo, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours, cum laude.
Senamile Nkosi, summa cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours, summa cum laude.
Paul Papachi.
Bachelor of Science Honours, well done.
Kiran Pillai, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours, cum laude.
Ricardo Pillai, summa cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours, summa cum laude.
Tavash Pillai.
Bachelor of Science Honours, well done.
Chobani Radebe.
Bachelor of Science Honours, well done too.
Kiara Rajkumar, summa cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours, summa cum laude.
Mikhail Raju, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours, cum laude.
Nikhil Ramata.
Yes. I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours. Well done.
Shakil Suraj.
Bachelor of Science Honours, congratulations.
Ahmed Shah, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours, cum laude.
Malibongwe Sitole.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours. Well done, John.
Mkombeniseni Sitole.
Bachelor of Science Honours, Chobe.
Sibusiso Sokela.
Bachelor of Science Honours, well done.
Amit Suklal, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours, cum laude.
Divya Sumaru, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours, cum laude.
Vishantan Subrialu.
Bachelor of Science Honours, well done.
Muhammad Suleiman, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours.
Noku-
Cum laude.
Nokubonga Tungo.
Bachelor of Science Honours. Well done, sis.
Njabulo Zungu.
Bachelor of Science Honours. Well done.
Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Priyanka Alimutu.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Congratulations.
Mohammed Muzammil.
Bachelor of Science. Well done.
Yushir Bajrangi.
Bachelor of Science. Well done.
Yushil Balram.
Bachelor of Science. Well done.
Yashil Bazda, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Cum laude.
Kishav Beku.
Bachelor of Science. Well done.
Ranesh Bhagwat.
Bachelor of Science. Congratulations.
Ricardo Barat, summa cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Summa cum laude.
Amishka Baruth.
Bachelor of Science. Well done.
Ndumiso Buthelezi.
Bachelor of Science. Well done, Shane.
Nontubeko Buthelezi.
Bachelor of Science. Well done, Shane.
Kolani Buthelezi.
Bachelor of Science. Well done, Shane.
Itiwe Kele.
Bachelor of Science. Well done.
Ntukozisi Kele.
Bachelor of Science. Well done.
Sianda Kele.
Bachelor of Science. Well done.
Yuvir Chetras, summa cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Summa cum laude.
Paris Chuma.
Bachelor of Science. Well done.
Muhammad Dawson.
Bachelor of Science. Well done.
Ashil Datharam.
Bachelor of Science. Well done.
Shivad Davaraj.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Zahi Daji.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Yoshiro Deda.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Sipamandla Dlamini.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Lamin.
Mpalentle Diko.
Bachelor of Science, sebenzile sis.
Sanaliso Dlaba.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Lunga Dlamini.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Bonga Dudeni.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Tembeka Duma.
Bachelor of Science, well done, really good. Sebenzile.
Mohammed Ismail cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Cum laude.
Mshlengi Fakude.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Samukelesiwe Fakude.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Samke.
Nyomungere Fleury.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Christian Francis cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Cum laude.
Nsandiso Gabela.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Arti Gajadar.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Tulile Kabashi.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Tashan Gerald.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Alexander Godemont.
Next. I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Cum laude.
Cole Govender.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Demisha Govender.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Kyle Govender.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Mikhail Govender.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Zandile Gule.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Batanai Guanyanya.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Abdullah Haji.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Dishant Hariram, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Cum laude!
Bongani Schlatzwayo.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Tlacho.
Simetembile Schlatzwayo.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Tlacho.
Sumayeth Ishwanthal, summa cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science, summa cum laude.
Shavesh Jack Passat.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Svesishle Jamile.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Obile Jeza.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Sazi Jojo.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Nameshti Joseph.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Tamere Kasi, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science, cum laude.
Sponele Kanyile.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Sipesishle Kumala.
Bachelor of Science, well done too.
Zama Kumala.
Bachelor of Science, well done too.
Michael Lindsay.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Mike.
Yanga Lukalimba.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Akil Mahdi.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Obile Madondo.
Bachelor of Science, well done. No.
Sabelo Madondo.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Sabel.
Julio Magaya.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Commission Mahadavu.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Lloyd Mahadia.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Kiara Maharaj.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Rahul Maharaj.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Kochelo Mahasha.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Spelele Bengu.
Bachelor of Science, Malos.
Brennan Maestri.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Kanyesani Majola.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Nkanyiso Majola.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Nonkululeko Majola.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Nokubonga Majozi.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Nkululi Manina.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Malif.
Sepiwe Mapalala.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Sid.
Lindalani Matendra.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Tinotenda Mawunga.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Sampiwe Mbata.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Yenziwe Mbata.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Apalele Mbele.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Beth.
Sinotile Mdlechi.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Kwanele Maiwa.
Bachelor of Science. Bachelor of Science, well done, Sid.
Nkosanati Mjilo.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Beth.
Mbonisi Mkiz.
Bachelor of Science, Kabazela.
Njabulo Mkiz.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Sipasishle Mkiz.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Stembiso Mkwanazi.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Steve.
Anele Mlaba.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Anil.
Tobeke Mlambo, summa cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science, summa cum laude.
Sampiwe Mlangeni.
Bachelor of Science, well done, sis.
Bongo Kwangla Nkubi.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Nkosi Kapile Nkubi.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Andile Nembi.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Siamtanda Mugadi.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Mangaliso Ngumzulu cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science, cum laude.
Bianca Makuna.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Asharan Moodley.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Dashani Moodley.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Thank you. Jaira Moodley.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Lushalan Moodley.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Owen Moodley, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science, cum laude.
Saira Moodley.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Sashan Moodley, summa cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science, summa cum laude.
Merwin Moodley.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Lindalani Msani.
Bachelor of Science, congratulations.
Bekazela Msweli.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Sakile Mtembu.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Lusanda Mtiba.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Lusanda.
Anele Mtombeni.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Langalisle Mshali.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Muhammad Mustafa.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Mohammed.
Anele Mvalasi.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Velas.
Sifundo Myeni.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Lusanda Mzamela.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Pefumlele Mzungule.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Chandler Naika, summa cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science, summa cum laude.
Jonil Naika.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Mishka Naika.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Amil Naidu.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Benjamin Naidu.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Darshna Naidu.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Kylan Naidu.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Kayla Naidu.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
And her sister Kara Naidu, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science, cum laude, giant sister.
Naveen Naidu.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Kavashan Naidu, summa cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science, summa cum laude.
Janine Narayan.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Siboniso Charlie.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Litu Kutula Ndabele.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Nkosi Kona Ndamande.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Timothy.
Manentle Ngamandle.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Langamandla.
Nokubonga Andlela.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Ayanda Ndlovu.
Wow.
She's
Bachelor
carrying
of
her mother
Science,
with her.
Kachedi. Show the people your mother.
Lavuyo Ndlovu.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Simangaliso Ndlovu.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Tembaletu Ndlovu.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Kajay.
Kwanele Ngobu.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Uwazi Ngobo.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Okay, our next graduate is Zamugusle Ngobo, but before he proceeds, he's asking for just a few minutes of silence. Today is his dad's funeral. If we can please have just silence. We can just have a few minutes silence. Zamugusle Peaceful Ngobo's father's funerals today, and he's coming, so before he gets capped, he asked whether we could have a few minutes silence, please. Zamugusle Ngobo.
Bachelor of Science, Apollo, Orlando.
Pumlani Ngema.
Bachelor of Science, nice.
Tubeleshle Ngobisi.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Tulasile Ngabunda.
Bachelor of Science, well done, sis.
Itandile Nkalana.
Bachelor of Science, well done, sis.
Nonhlanhla Ntombela.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Onesipo Ntombela.
Bachelor of Science, well done, sis.
Luthanda Nqubala.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Tobekile Nqubala.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Toby.
Kweniso Nzuza.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Karen Padayachi, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Cum laude!
Navan Padayachi.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Tasmia Papia.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Kiara Paris.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Derisha Pillay.
Bachelor of Science, well done, don't cry.
Dawson Pillay, summa cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Cum laude. Summa cum laude.
Dawson Pillay.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Juhaim Pillay, cum laude.
Okay. I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Cum laude.
Marlon Pillay.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Tristan Pillay.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Thank you.
Cameron Pubalan.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Kahil Prithviraj.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Thank you.
Ndumiso Radebe.
Bachelor of Science, well done. Too cool.
Caleb Ramden.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Shulka Ramlal.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Caitlin Ramlal, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Cum laude.
Ashkar Ramsarup, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Cum laude.
Kaylan Reddy.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Chantal Ronald.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Asabela Sabelo.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Shangavi Sarugasa.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Regan Seaman.
Bachelor of Science, well done. Sim.
Ashane Sue.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Ntelelo Shabalala.
Bachelor of Science, well done. Sim.
Mohammed Shaikh.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Fundiswa Shandu.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Sibonelo Shangi.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Andile Sabia.
Bachelor of Science, well done. Smith.
Sinotando Sikwasana.
Bachelor Bachelor of Science, well done, Snow.
Varushka Simith.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Nikhil Singh.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Singh.
Sandhya Singh.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Singh.
Sridhar Singh.
Bachelor of Science, congratulations, Singh.
Viren Singh.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Singh.
Chelsea Soni.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Kavir Sumaraj.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Mark Surajbali, cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science. Cum laude.
Tingo Tabete.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Tombe Mhlopi.
Sikibo Chapa Chapa.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Precious Twa.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Ashvir Utam.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Danielle Vadavelu.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Satemba Kaba.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Mpila Kulu.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Tyron Yalapan.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Taro.
Ayanda Zulu.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Michael.
Sabelo Zulu.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Michael.
Ntando Zuma.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Tan.
Ntutuko Zuma.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Manala.
Sfundo Zuma.
Bachelor of Science, well done, Manala.
Mshlengi Zungu.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Netai Rajkumar.
Bachelor of Science, well done.
Did you do it? Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours Ayanda Dlamini, summa cum laude.
I confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science Honours, summa cum laude. Well done.
Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to present for the degree of Master of Science, Talani Mshlembi.
I confer upon you the degree of Master of Science. Congratulations.
Acting Chancellor, I have the honor to request you to confer degrees on those who have qualified but are not present, including those that have qualified posthumously.
I confer degrees upon those who have qualified but are not present, and I award diplomas and certificates to those who have qualified but are not present, including those who have qualified posthumously.
Good morning, everyone. It would be remiss of me at the end of the ceremony not to thank all the people that have been involved in the ceremonies to date. Today, UKZN hosted the 30th ceremony, and it's also our last graduation ceremony in the 2022 autumn graduation season. I just want to recap the figures. We saw 8,795 graduates graduate at the ceremony, with a total of 230 doctoral qualifications being awarded. This was all made possible by the collective input and the cooperation of a large number of UKZN divisions. I'm going to name them because I do think that they need special accolades today. And in no particular order, I want to start first with the schools and colleges. Our 19 schools and 4 colleges, all the academics, the professional and the administrative support staff in the colleges. Corporate Relations Division and the College Public Relations Divisions, who've been responsible for all the publications, all the social media that we've seen in the last 2.5 weeks. ICS, our communication services, in terms of the sound, in terms of scanning every single degree certificate out that we've issued today or over the last 15 days. Our risk management services, including our occupational health and safety staff and our SHE staff, who've made sure that we remain safe in the venue. The Registrar's Division, including Student Academic Administration, student records, and the General Registrar's Office in terms of the gowns, etc. We also have a large number of service providers that I also want to thank. We've had an ambulance service provider, our ambulance service provider here present every day in case of any emergencies. Our really fantastic ushers who've worked very hard over the last 2.5 weeks to make sure that everybody's seated on time and in the right place. Our photographers, people doing the video and the photography in the venue, the people responsible for the venue setup, the draping, etc., the mobile air cons, the temporary staff that we've had working, our Fidelity Services security people who've also been involved, the caterers, the people responsible for the flowers at the bottom here. And I hope that I've included everybody. For those that I might inadvertently have omitted, thank you very much. But also, too, our ceremonies wouldn't be special with all our parents, guardians, and the sponsors present. There was a message for you in the opening address, but once again, just thank you for all the, in many instances, large sacrifices that are made to ensure that our graduates are here today. And to the graduates, thank you very much over the last 30 ceremonies for making our ceremonies so very, very special. I think we have really just such, the ceremonies are just so great with all the celebration that actually happens on the stage as well. So thank you very much. So jointly, from the Registrar's Division and from the Corporate Relations Division, thank you to everybody who's made this a very special season. Just a final word. It's apparently raining quite hard at the moment outside. So once the congregation has been dissolved and the procession is left, if everybody would just please remain in the hall and not try and leave at once, and we'll take out groups of people at a time so that everybody can get back to their transport, etc., hopefully drier than they would if we had a sort of everybody leaving at once. So that's it from me. Thank you very much. And back to the Acting Chancellor. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Cleland, Registrar.
Please will you all rise for the dissolution of the congregation and the singing of the national anthem.
By virtue of the authority vested in me, I dissolve this congregation of the University of KwaZulu-Natal. Let us sing the national anthem.
Sister Bettina, all right. In the meantime, oh shit, it's happening tonight. In the place to be, human. See,
gentlemen, just to say, if you are wanting to take photographs in the tent, it's very wet outside and very muddy. So they've suggested that you go out in groups. So people who aren't staying for photographs, please leave. But if you are going to the tent for photos, please just go out in groups so that you're not flooded outside and standing in the rain. Yeah, so maybe start at the front rows and then go out. But don't all rush, otherwise you're going to get very wet. Thanks for coming, and congratulations.
Sahamba man, in the meantime, Apa masalu in the meantime, in the chabus in the mix,